What is the Internet of Things? It's just everything. Security cameras, smart thermostats, doorbells, toothbrushes, and on goes just on and on. So Fowler actually asked Mars Hydro about the app, and they said, this app is the official app of Mars Hydro. They're not denying it. So here's the deal. You always want to put your Internet of Things on its own network, a separate guest network, and make sure you have strong, unique passwords for your Wi-Fi, and also turn off any type of remote access.
Breaking news. A massive IoT data breach has exposed 2.7 billion records, compromising Wi-Fi passwords, IP addresses, and sensitive device information. Cybersecurity researcher Jeremiah Fowler uncovered the unprotected database, linked to Mars Hydro and LG LED solutions. Hackers can exploit this data for network intrusions, DDoS attacks, and even manipulate smart devices remotely.
So clearly there's been a data breach of some sort. There's been personal information, sensitive information, which has been out there and it's not been locked down. Now this is a story that has been reported by Century Bay, VPN Monitor, Fox, and also Yahoo News. And with the number of records, 2.7 billion records, this obviously is a cause for concern. Now according to this article over on VPNmentor.com, 2.7 billion records were exposed in the IoT devices data breach. Now some of you may be wondering, what exactly is IoT? IoT basically stands for the Internet of Things. It's a network of devices that can connect and share data over the internet. Think of all the stuff that's connected to the Wi-Fi in your house, from your cell phone to your smart cameras to your TV, speaker, Alexa, all that stuff. All that is falling into the IoT category. Now the problem with the IoTs is that it actually collects data from their environment. We're talking user inputs and usage patterns. They communicate that data over the internet to and from other IoT applications. Think your smartphone app. The problem is a lot of these IoT devices have built-in sensors to collect data and actually act on that data. Now it's not just limited to smart cameras, smartphones, smart TVs, but we're also talking about things like smart lighting and smart heating, things that monitor air, water, or soil quality. There's so many things that fall into the IoT category when you really think about it that you really got to pay attention to the IoT. Now according to this, Jeremy Fowler was the person who found out about this leak in the first place. And Jeremy Fowler is a cybersecurity researcher. And what he discovered and reported was about a non-password protected database that contained nearly 2.7 billion records belonging to Mars Hydro, a China-based company offering grow lights and software applications that allow users to control devices, timers, and settings remotely. Now just a quick reminder guys, if you're getting value from this video, please do like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to support us further, join the ICANN VIP Bean Club or cop some merch from the merch store. Now you guys know we've done a lot of work with Mars Hydro and they've got some great lights. So we reached out to them to find out what they got to say and what they did in response to this breach. How are they actually going to stop this breach from happening moving forward? And what have they done to actually secure everyone's data? Now we're going to get into that in a bit, but let's have a look at some of the data that was actually exposed and figure out what happened there. Now we got to make the distinction that this was actually a publicly exposed database that was not password protected or encrypted. It contained about 2.7 billion records with a total size of about 1.17 terabytes. Now according to this article, the type of data that was actually exposed included logging, monitoring, and error records for the IoT, the Internet of Things, but also things like Wi-Fi passwords, IP addresses, device ID numbers, and a lot more. Now once Jeremy Fowler became aware of this data breach, he actually sent a responsible disclosure notice to Mars Hydro and LG LED Solutions, the parent company, and within hours the database was restricted from public access and no longer publicly accessible. Now a lot of people will actually have the Mars Hydro app, and that's one way that some of these smart devices connect with your phone, but according to the Mars Hydro data privacy notices on both Google Play and Apple's App Store, that app collects no user data, so it's unclear how the log records contain details of connectivity and credentials. Now sometimes when it comes to data leaks, it's clear to see what type of data was leaked, but in this situation it's not as clear, but all the information is actually on there. Let's have a look at exactly how it looked. Now I just want to point out as a disclaimer that I'm not downloading any of the data that I discover, only showing a limited number of screenshots solely for verification purposes that's already accessible on VPNmentor.com. We do not conduct any activities beyond identifying the issue and sharing it with you guys. Now right here on screen you guys can see a screenshot which shows how the logs appeared, capturing the SSID device name and password in plain text. It may look really confusing, but once you get in there, you're able to see all the information. Now here we've got an API log record which shows the Wi-Fi name, client IP, device ID, iPhone, access tokens, and more. Now this screenshot shows how files were collected and stored by data and type. These included error logs that captured details about the user, device, and error type, and this example is